if you look onto my Gemini site and go to the contacts page, you will see that I have still not implemented some kind of contact form. And I don't think I'm going to do that because it seems like too much of a hassle to kind of get into the whole scripting with like the Gemini server I use and all this kind of stuff. So I thought I want to have a different solution. And the one I came up with is to simply use email aliases. Because the reason I didn't want to have my email on this page is because of spam, of course, because it will land on like spam lists and whatnot. And I've done videos in the past on how to mitigate this in HTML, but with Gemini it's not really possible. I mean, is Gemini gonna get scraped that much? Probably not, but yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a principle thing, right? So I thought I would use aliases, and in this video I'm gonna show you how I have implemented them in my website and stuff like this. But I mean, really, there's not much to show now that I say that, because it's really just putting my email there but using an alias, right? But more interestingly, I'm gonna show you how this looks on the server side. So how I did this with Maddy, my email server. So it's also pretty straightforward because Maddy supports aliases out of the box. There's this etc maddy aliases file, and there you can simply specify your aliases. So I have this hello alias, which leads to my email user Nick, and then this hello and then some random string, and which also leads to this to my same user. And you can either specify these just like that with a colon and a space separated, or you can specify like the whole thing or whatnot. I think both works. So I would have to do it like this, I guess. But either way, it didn't work for me. So I went digging in the Maddy configuration. Is it here? Yeah, Maddy conf. And yeah, so let's see. Because there's some. So if I just use search for aliases, you will see there is this directive optional step file. I mean, I'm not gonna go. I've pasted this link here because their website was offline apparently. So I looked it up on Web Archive. So the documentation that is, and I think this should work because this local rewrites is also called somewhere or referenced somewhere. But for me, it didn't. So I have added this line here, or added these two lines. This was just so I can find it again. So I've copied it from above, and now replace this optional step thing with replace RCPT, so replace recipient. And yeah, I added this in here, and now it works just fine. So it rewrites the email addresses of the recipients according to this aliases file, right? So now when I send an email to this, I've already opened up my website here, so this is how it looks before, and this is how it looks now. If I now send an email to this hello fubak at my domain, it's gonna land in my email inbox because this is just an alias. I hope that makes sense. All right, so yeah, it's pretty straightforward. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you. And yeah, so this is now how my Gemini site is now gonna look, or the context page at least. And having this in plain text is fine because I'm just gonna change it periodically every few weeks, months, whatever. Oh yeah, I can also show you how I created this alias thing, or rather how I got the random string format, because I don't always want to kind of type that out. And I do it like this, like there's this urandom file on your system if you use Linux, and you can kind of only get the A to Z and then the hyphen also. So lowercase a to c and then the hyphen, that's what this tr command does. And then we only want to get 5 characters, and then we want to echo a new line. And yeah, so this is how I do it. And it gives me these random strings, which I can then just paste in. So yeah, that's what I'm going to use to have like email aliases. But of course, I mean, this is just from a website. If you want to write me an email, you can just write me at nick@mydomain. I mean, yeah. So... yeah, I mean, I guess but I still wanted to have an email address on my website, and again also on my Gemini site, because I didn't want to bother implementing a contact form in Gemini. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show in this video. Have a nice day.